What's up, Bolt fam? In this video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 free agent targets that the Chargers should be going after in this free agency period that's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to go down the list, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please let me know if I left out any players that you guys think the Chargers should be going after, or any players that I left out. And just let me know what you guys think about my top 5 players overall. And I hope you guys like the vid and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. So coming in at number 5, I have Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry, yes, I just made a video about him. And basically, I think we should just re-sign him. He's too productive when he's not injured. He's a really solid blocker and receiving tight end. He runs really good routes, like I said in my video last week about him. If we can re-sign him for cheap, I think that'll be a steal for us because we wouldn't have to draft, say, like a Kyle Pitts or go after another tight end in free agency. So I think just Hunter Henry overall, re-signing him is really important. Coming in at number 4, I have Joe Thuney, or Thuney, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, he's a guard for the Patriots. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion and has played 80 out of the 80 games in his entire career. So I think overall with Joe Thuney, or Thuney, I don't know how you pronounce it. I think overall with him, he's a really good guard. He's consistent, obviously. He's played 80 out of 80 games. I think the Chargers' offensive line needs a whole upgrade and needs to be revamped overall. So if we end up restructuring the contract of Trey Turner at right guard, and then you could put Joe. I'm just gonna say Joe. If you can put Joe in at left guard, then we're going to really solidify the inside of our offensive line, and I think that will really help out Herbert and give him even more time to throw the ball. Coming in at number 3, I have Trent Williams. Trent Williams was a tackle for the 49ers and for the football team, or the Redskins, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, he's an 8-time Pro Bowler. I think if we do end up getting Trent Williams, we're not going to end up drafting a tackle in the draft, whether that be Rashawn Slater or Christian Darrisaw, or even Penei Sewell. I think if we end up getting Trent Williams, who's on the older side, he's a really good veteran player and he'll help solidify the left tackle position. But I think if we end up getting him, we're not going to end up drafting a tackle overall. So I'm curious to see what Tom Telesco does with that position just in general. Coming in at number 2, I have JuJu SmithSchuster. JuJu was a 2018 Pro Bowler, has over 300 career catches, and 27 total touchdowns. Everyone overall just bashes JuJu just because of all of his TikTok dances or all the silliness that he does off the field. But on the field, he's been a really consistent and good player overall. If we can pair him up with Keenan Allen, and then if we end up, for example, if we end up trading Mike Williams to the Ravens and end up getting Orlando Brown as our new left tackle, I think having JuJu and Keenan, I think just having both of them will make a great 1-2 punch for Herbert. So you have Keenan, who's a real possession guy, and then you have JuJu, who's a really good deep threat receiver. He's from LA. He's from the LA area. He played at Long Beach Poly High School. He went to USC. He has a lot of family ties here in Los Angeles. And I know he said in an interview that he wants to stay with the Steelers. There's too much good for JuJu to come here than to stay all the way up in Pittsburgh, in my opinion. So my number 1 player that I think the Chargers should go after in this free agency period is safety John Johnson, who played for the Rams. John Johnson, he's worked with Brandon Staley. He has over 350 career tackles and 8 career interceptions. He knows Brandon Staley's system really well. And honestly, if you end up pairing him with Derwin James, you're just going to have a dynamic duo in itself in the back end of our defense. And those guys are just going to keep coming over the top and laying the wood on whoever we're playing, and I think it would just be a really great duo overall between the two of them. Hopefully he can take a little bit of a pay cut so that way he can stay in the LA area and get back with his old coach. And I think just overall it would be a really good dream come true duo for the Chargers, especially if we're going to have a really dynamic and fierce defense next season. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know if I left out any players or if there is any players that I missed that we should go after. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next vid.